The day is finally here, and I don't really want to make noise or really be loud. Cause then it's like there's confidence that I get when I'm sincere when I'm speaking. But this testimony is gonna be a bit, so you're gonna need to stay focused with me. Okay? So I got this nice ring. Okay. So I'm pretty much gonna start with how I used to be and then how God saved me. Is that fine? I don't care. Took a heart away from money, ain't interested in fame. And I thought that the money. Ambition is priceless, it's something that's in your vein. And I put that on my name. Only hope I ever selling dope. My mama told me never steal or never sell him. I grew up looking at those niggas, I was selling coke. Oh, I was raised by the stop sign. No religion, I was getting paid by the Glock 9. Said Ronnie, Feast Quality, we was .com, well respected and well connected. Now I move with aggression, use my mind as a weapon. Chances are never given, they took it like interceptions. My testimony is going to be a bit different. Just bear with me, okay? Only hope I ever selling dope. Was on my grind, this time it's harder than to sell a flow. My mama told me never steal or never selling folks. I grew up like another nigga that was selling coke. I was raised by the stop sign. No religion, I was getting saved by the Glock 9. By the minute, I was getting paid like a hotline. Say Ronnie, he's Ronnie, we was .com, right? Connected, well respected and well protected. And get accepted, was rejected, now they regret it. And get my message, was the signal when I was texting. The niggas I was calling was fraud, and I learned my lesson. Now I move with aggression, use my mind as a weapon. I really used to believe that. This is crazy. Okay, I have another one. Go to college, go to jail. Ooh. Go to college. Some niggas go to jail. Some make it into heaven. Some make it into hell. Nobody wanna lose. Nobody wanna fail. Nobody wanna die. Nobody wanna get to fame. Just to make it. Ooh, nobody wanna lose. Nobody wanna fail. Nobody wanna die. We're just trying to live a life. Look, I got homies in the ground, skeleton and they ain't never coming home. They said I wouldn't make it. I never see the throne, and my baby mama ate me. Oh, no, baby mama. Hey man, listen. I really used to believe that. I really grew up. So I'm from Klerksdorp, Northwest. Kanana. I was born in the Free State. Like for 3 years, I spent 3 years there, and then I moved to Klerksdorp, Okni, Kanana when I was 3 years old. So pretty much my entire livelihood and whatever, I grew up knowing Kanana, people from Kanana. So I grew up in Kanana, and that was a really rough patch. And I grew up, my uncle was a gangster, and like on the first song it said like I was well protected and well whatever. But I was that guy. You can never rob me. Like, I'm from Kanana, where at least like people get robbed at least 5 times in 1 hour. That's crazy. Like, legit from 20, like, yeah, that's crazy. Um and yeah, I always wanted to be different. I always strived to be different. Um yeah, growing up, I looked at my family and I evaluated. Um, I never really drank alcohol. Based off the fact that I would see how families are when they are sober, and then how they change when they drink alcohol. Like, the family, specifically mine, my mother is an alcoholic. I'm sorry, mom, but I really honor you still, which I'm gonna get to. But I would love her quiet and all chilled, and my mother, when she's sober, and then as soon as she drinks alcohol, she's a different person. So from a young age, I was like, if that's what alcohol does to a human being, I'm never gonna consume it. I thought to myself, that's really the reason why I didn't drink. But hey, I didn't drink. And then I kind of smoked alcohol. Smoked alcohol. Who smokes alcohol? I smoked cigarettes. Not really. That was not really my type. But I would smoke it because I had an aunt who would ask me to light up a cigarette for her. So then I would go to a cigarette. It was like a stove-ish. So then you had to like light it. So I would kind of light it like that. Hey. And then cool. I would smoke like that. And then sometimes I would like walk around an elder, and then if they throw their cigarettes, buds, I would pick them up and smoke them, right? And then my friends would smoke, and then I was like, nah, that's not cool. Because I always wanted to stand out. I always wanted to be different. At least that's what I thought. So I would never drink or smoke because my friends are doing it. So then no one is different in a friend group. Cool. Growing up, I went to church. My granny used to go to church a lot. Rest in peace to her. May her soul really rest in peace. She would go to church, and the reason I went to church is because I wanted food. Because my granny would make you breakfast and then lock her house. So you either go to church. So when you come back, we pretty much have a structural church. Like, it starts from 10 a.m. until 4. So from 10 to 4, who's gonna give you food? So you need to go to church. So then I would go to church and then come back. Then granny opens the house. Otherwise, if you don't go to church, you are not gonna eat. It's simple. It's her house, her rules. But I never really grew up with my mother. So I then grew to not, I don't know what the word is, but my mother would leave for work. So I never really had a personal relationship with my mother growing up. I never grew up with my dad. I didn't know her. Let's just put it like that. But he was alive and he was there. He was sending money. And him and my mother would always fight, and they would always involve me. And I grew up to hate him as I don't know, like, yeah, that nigga. So yeah, I never had a relationship with my dad. And then cool. And then I was raised by the community. You watching this video from Kanana, at least I slept at your place. Or your mother gave me a piece of clothing. Your mother gave me a t-shirt. Your mother gave me something to drink. Your mother offered me a place to sleep at. Your mother gave me money for transport. Your mother did something for me. I'm serious. I'm raised by the community. So if someone ever says, I raised you, oh, they're probably true. Some of them I can't remember. I was young. But yeah. Let's go back. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, not really that back. Let's go a bit back. Okay, go back. I don't know what year, 2000 and whatever. My mom was 16, 17. So my mom grows up. My mom likes boys. She's like, yeah, it's time for me to date. Mind you, in my mother's house, it's her mother's rules or the highway. They got beat up so bad, she still has scars from her childhood till today. That's how bad it was. For drinking, for the smallest, let me show you something. My mom could not sit like this because in Free State, you sit outside, ne? Like you sit outside and then there's like a fire-ish. Granny would take charcoal and put it inside my mom's thighs. Bro, that's crazy. That right there is crazy. And they got hit with a shambok. I got hit once with that thing. My mom cried after hitting me with that. But that's a story for another day. So my mom is 16. My mom never drank, never smoked. At least I know so. Cool. And then, yeah, my mom grows up. My mom sees my dad. My mom likes my dad. My mom and my dad link up. Hey, you look good. I think my dad had a car at the time because he's from Mozambique, right? And then wherever he's from, I don't know. But the catch here is my mother is also seeing another guy. But that's a story for another day. But the whole point is my neighbor does not like the fact that, I don't know how to do this. This is my mom and this is the neighbor, right? They're almost the same age. Her mother does not like the fact that my mom dates this one guy. So the mother of this one gets pissed off. So she bewitches my mom. But the catch is my mom is pregnant with me. So either her mother wanted me aborted, like I was not supposed to live, or she just didn't like my mom, so she bewitched her. But the point is, I'm in the belly. I'm forming. So, wait, is my dad Tswana or Mozambican? I don't know. I should go ask him. But yeah, his surname is Tswana. But yeah, long story short, I was not supposed to live. So what happened was, I spent 10 months in my mom's belly. I was supposed to spend 9. I was supposed to be born in April, May, June. I got born in June, in the 4th of June, obviously. But yeah, I was a post-mature, I am a post-mature baby. And then my mom, from there, allegedly, well, she changed. My mom started drinking alcohol, mom started smoking, and then now I grow up without a mother, not really without a mother, but my mom would disappear for 2 years, no communication, nothing. Cool. And then now I grow up to be the man, then I have to look up to the people around me. They smoke, they drink, they sleep around with girls. This is what they call being a man. They don't cry, they beat up their women, they swear, they drink a lot, they fight, they do all these things. And I'm looking, and I'm just like, yeah, bro. And then if you have like girls and you cheat and you do all these things, they're like, unja, like you the big dog and whatever. I really want to keep this short. And then now I grow up at this time. I wanted to be a pilot. And then I tell them I want to be a pilot. And they're like, yeah, shut up, do your dreams. The catch is, I still don't smoke. I still don't drink. And I grow up. And then long story short, now I become the man I'm supposed to be. My mother, which my guardian. Okay, my mom has a sister. So this is Mamukiti, this is Malif. This is my guardian, this is my mother. So I grew up most of my like adolescent stage with her. But I was not really staying with her. Like I said, the community really pretty much raised me. So my guardian would be where I run back to. But I wouldn't like it there because it's boring. She would live where it's boring. But she had food. So like I would go to her, obviously, because of food, when my granny passed away. So, short story, the reason I grew out of Christianity is because I would always see pictures in people's houses and there was a guy and he was white. And I was like, why the hell, who's that? And they're like, it's Jesus. And I'm like, who's Jesus? And they're like, it's the guy who died for sins. And I was like, why is he white again? Mind you, in my hood, I'm not talking about Tlex stuff, in my hood, there's barely white people. I can count them in my hands. Kanana. So then I'm like, why is he white again? And they're like, yeah, because white people are superior and they're smart and they're rich. And then I was studying history at the time and I learned how we got colonized. So I started hating white people, including Jesus. So then I believed in a higher power, just not Jesus. Because why is he white? Why is he not black? So then I started listening to what? To hip hop. I started listening to this music that filled me up with rage and anger. Started watching movies. Also, Nika, you can testify to this. My favorite movies was drama where black people were killed, the slavery and all that nonsense and killing and chicken mayo, and I believed Black Lives Matter. I'll get to that. Okay, cool. Then I grew up and I become selfish and I become self-centered. I didn't have drive. I didn't have purpose. I started becoming lustful because of the men I grew up around. They glorify the fact that you have 2 girlfriends and they don't know about the other one. Because I see these things. I see there's a house. Obviously, like I said, I was raised by the community. There's a house with a mother. When she goes to work or when she goes wherever, there's another woman who comes by and is like, who the hell is that woman? And they actually do the thing while I'm listening. I would never see it, but I would always hear it. And it kind of, it made me grow up too fast. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And I started watching porn when I was 12, 13. But I was really, and then I started, I never had a phone. So I really had to memorize and just by myself there. And I'm just think about it. And it's like, ugh. So from 12 years old, I was lustful. I only got my phone when I was in grade 12. So I was like 17 years old. I only got my phone when I was 17. But I was lustful because of my environment and because of social media. Yeah, I hate social media. And I grew up to be suicidal. And because I didn't have purpose. I didn't know what's what. I genuinely wanted to be a rapper. But that didn't work out, obviously, because I'm not a rapper. I'm Christian. I was not able to become a rapper because I didn't want to. The reason I wanted to be a rapper, the story behind it was I wanted to have all the girls. I wanted to have all the money. I wanted to have all the fame. I wanted people to come to me. But like I said, I wanted to become different. So as soon as Madlera Duboy made it, because we're from the same hood, he's like legit, he lives down the street. Yes, like downtown. Like I live uptown, he lives downtown. And he made it and he was famous. I was like, this is pointless. I don't want to be a rapper anymore. Because then I'm not the first in my hood. Let me see what other things. So, I was selfish, self-centered. I didn't have a drive or a purpose. And I was suicidal. And I was lustful. It made me not honor my parents. Because why honor someone who's not there? Make sense? At the time. And then, yeah. That's pretty much who I was. I don't have any story or anything until Jesus. Okay, so this happens. I always wanted to be different, right? Cool. I finished my matric. I'm like, what do I want to be in life? I never really drive. I quit wanting to be a pilot in grade 10. That's 2018. Yeah. And then I didn't really know what I wanted. I attempted to commit suicide 3 times. It failed dismally. Like legit, I tried to commit suicide at the house with my guardian in the house. And then I started going to the gym because I can speak about this because we grew out of it. My guardian was not really good to me because she had there was favoritism in the house. Cool. And then yeah, that really sit bad with me because she would always say, "Where's your mom? Where's your dad?" So yeah, I was like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know where they're at. And then I went to the gym, started going to the gym because I wanted to pursue peace by myself. I wanted to pursue all these things by myself. I was like, I want to finish matric. My guardian said to me, you can go to college. You can make it to college, but you're never gonna get a job. So because I'm competitive, I'm like, yeah, bet. Let's do it. Let's see. I go fly to Joburg. I fly to Joburg. I meet Osonika, greatest person I've ever met in my life. That's where my life shifted. She believes in God. I don't. But when I met her, I used to sag my pants. I don't want to do it. I'm running out of time. I used to sag my pants. I'm not even kidding. When I met her, when I stepped into her house, I did not sag my pants. I did not swear. I promise you. I was just chilling and I went to church, where I could. That's where my life started changing bit by bit. And I became a model. I met Mabuza, the greatest man I've ever met in my life. He believes in God. And he doesn't force religion on you. But then there was a time where he asked us to fast. And I really fasted. And then that was 2021. Long story short, I was still self-centered and still lustful and still doing all these things, watching porn. I slept with this girl and I really loved her. I thought we were going to get married. Blah, blah, blah. But we didn't. She broke my heart. Not really, but yeah. And then 2022, I met this guy in Vision Active. He's like, hey, you want to come to U group? I think, hey, bro, I'm going to play some games. I'm a first year in university. Let's go. Plus, you color. I get there to talk about Jesus. It clicks. It's like, bro, Jesus is not white. So I get determined every single Wednesday I show up. Every Sunday I show up to prove to myself Jesus is not white. I want to show them I studied history. Jesus is not white. Jesus is not white. Hey, I don't know what happened to that. Next thing I know, I'm Christian. Next thing I know, I have a relationship with a guy. Next thing I know, I'm not idolizing the one guy I was idolizing before. Backstory, 2016, 2017, when I was depressed and whatever, I used to idolize XXXTentacion. I don't know, for whatever weird reason, because he was a rapper, he had all the fame, and he could get the girls. And I honored his opinion more than anything, because I didn't have structure, I didn't have purpose. It looked like he had, so I was trying to imitate him. And that didn't work out. So, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Because I had a relationship with Jesus, got baptized, 2022, bam, dunked in water, deleted. I had 1,000 pictures, 400 videos of XXX in my phone. And I deleted all of it. I never listened to the guy again. I think I did once here and there. And yeah. Hey man, and then God saved me. God healed me. God managed to soothe my heart that was hardening to my parents. 2023, called my mom when I was worshiping. I was just there like worshiping God. And I felt in my heart I should forgive my guardian because, forgiveness is not really for the person you're forgiving. It's for you. So called my mother, like, hey, listen, bro. I hated you. I hated how you made me grow up. I hated how you made me view the world. But I love you still. I forgive you. And both of us were crying. And yeah, my uncle as well. My uncle was a gangster. He had a gun. Our house got robbed so many times. My friend's phone got mugged this one time. Or got stolen in the house. Because my uncle was not in the... Yeah. I thought having a gun and, having the girls is the one. But God saved me from that. God placed me in an Afrikaans church. My pastor is white, bro. It's a funny story, because I thought Jesus is not white. And I realized it doesn't matter whether Jesus is white or black. Jesus loves you. Jesus wants to save you. Jesus, man, doesn't matter what church you go to. It just has to have structure. I go to a church where there's structure, where there's leadership. I am recording from an iPhone 11 I did not buy. I don't know how much this iPhone is, but because of an obedience a white guy has on the God that he believes in, he managed to speak to the church to organize a 2,000 grocery for me while I had money and get me an iPhone. Take me to U Camp, pay about 700 and something for me. Man, that's not even about money. Then you can't tell me God is not real. Do you understand that? And hey, listen, I'm a UB leader. I just turned 23 as of yesterday. I have the privilege to experience God. I have the privilege to get in my prayer room, and pray, ask for forgiveness. My flesh is still lustful. Like, I'm lustful against my girlfriend. That's why she's not here at the moment. I'm lustful on my phone. That's why. I read my Bible. I'm not suicidal anymore. It's stupid. I still feel like I don't have a drive. That's why I read my Bible. That's why I go to the gym. That's why I do these things, because Jesus saved me. Jesus gave me a purpose. Jesus loved me. Jesus went on a cross, proved his love for me on a cross. I still don't love Jesus fully. I still love him, but then it's like, yeah, bro, I still gotta benefit myself too. He still loves me. I still fall. I still sin. I still fall short. He still loves me. So I don't get to experience God like my granny did when she's 60. I get to experience God while I'm 20. While I'm in my 20s. I hope you understand this. Jesus doesn't open your door, just breaks in and is like, hey, listen, I'm here to save you. I'm your personal Lord and Saviour. He gently, like, hey, come on, you want to do this life with me? And you say yes. That grants you a seat in heaven. You're never going to lose it. It's salvation. But with your salvation, what do? I function in the gifts. I speak in my tongues. I pray for people. I heal people. I pray for them. I get them baptized. It's in the Bible. In faith, I do that. My Bible tells me that. Doesn't matter if my white Afrikaans pastor is telling me that through his mic. He is appointed to be my pastor. I'm going to speak about Pastor David on so many times. I go to United 180 Church. And like I said, I have led many people astray. I've told people not to have sex with their partners, and I had sex with mine. And then they're like, man, you're stupid. And then obviously then they led them astray. And I told them, and then now I led people astray. And I'm so sorry about that. I pray about it, and I'm so sorry. God does not need me to save people. He can save them either way. It's my privilege in my 20s to see God move and I be part of it. I want to remain in the boat that saves people. I am saved. I don't know the Bible much, but I try to read it. In Matthew 23, this is probably the only thing I want to read. Verse 37 until 39, it says, Jesus said unto them, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. Verse 38, 39. And the second is said unto you, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. With these two bases, I love God and I love you. Because Jesus died for me and he died for you. That's all I need to do. Now I stole your 30 minutes and you have to listen to me, but at least I'm handsome. And at least Jesus saved me and he saved you too. Listen, man, to save Jesus is not that difficult. Okay? He's always knocking at your door. This is my testimony. What is yours?